Welcome back everyone to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host Jay Murph, and today we're talking about Orion Protocol. Now, I did a video on them just 9 days ago, so why am I talking about them again? Well, they're in the news today, and they made some news today on a really good announcement that really grabbed my attention. This announcement is huge, and I want to make sure I did it justice by explaining all the context on why I think this is huge. If you follow my channel for a while, you know that I'm an investor myself, and I'm just trying to make smart decisions for myself. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. We're all in this together trying to make our best decisions. I created this channel just as a way to inform people and hopefully provide enough information that people like my channel and subscribed. And then if I got enough subscribers, then the developers that I had been trying to reach out to as just an investor will do a better job at getting back to me, because there will be many people that are following my channel that want to hear about this news too, and so that they'll allocate more time to getting back to me. So thank you all who have joined this journey with me. You've been amazing. In the last 6 weeks, we've grown by 3,500 subscribers, so thank you so much. So let's continue talking about Orion. Now, if you caught my deeper video that went into what I thought about the tokenomics of Orion Protocol, it was about 9 days ago. You can go on my channel in the history and check it out. But I did go deeper into that than I will be today. But today I want to talk about the problem that they're solving with this new announcement. Now, one of their big pitches is we have 16 revenue streams while saving you money, so that they can make money while saving us all money, which I like. Their bigger overall goal is to become the terminal or the gateway that we use for all of our centralized and decentralized exchanges. Imagine that you could have one login. You could then buy anything you wanted off of any exchange without having to go to that exchange or any DEX, and that they would help you get the cheapest price. Freaking amazing idea, right? Well, that idea got even bigger, because one of the challenges with having such a big idea is you need to at some point start growing user adoption. So they are in beta, and so they're not open that everyone can create a login and start trading with them. That's okay. It's still the early days. They do have a beta that people have been given access to and are testing it out, and that's great. We're patient that way. You know, part of the reason why the market cap is where it is and that we have potential for some really big gains is because it's cheaper than it's going to be in the future, at least in my opinion. So early days is when you get the most on your investment, right? So a lot of their vision is continuing to unfold, and this big announcement today is really big. Now, a little bit of history. Now, many of you have been around since 2017 or 2018, and you remember the craziness of the market. You remember the craziness of some scams that went on there, and that there were lots of ICOs trying to raise funds. And so ICOs was a chance for a project to do an initial coin offering that wasn't an initial public offering, it was a coin offering, try to raise funds in order to fund the vision of what they wanted to accomplish. And it gave investors a great chance to invest in some projects and hopefully make some really sick gains. One of the challenges was that there were a lot of scam projects that basically had a white paper and had a site and maybe had an idea, but took the money and, you know, made lots of money from raising the funds, but never really completed on their vision. And it was really hard for investors to vet what might do well and what might not do well. So there have been a few solutions coming around to that. Now, one of the things that's come up is that projects aren't so much doing ICOs like they were back then, and there's several reasons behind that. One of the things that they've been doing is by taking their token directly to Uniswap and listing it there. And so about a year ago, you could make some mad gains by knowing that a project was good and having some insider information and getting it when it listed on Uniswap and getting it really cheap. However, that wasn't a fantastic solution for them, because they didn't raise near as much funds as they hoped to, and at first it would go pretty slow for them unless they put a lot of money into marketing beforehand, because nobody really knew who they were. So over the past 6 months, there has been a solution to that problem, which has alleviated some of the problem, and that is a Launchpad. So some of the big launch pads that have come out, there are many fighting for this space, but one of the big ones that has had many successes on it is DAO. And they have done phenomenal. In fact, I think you'll recognize some of the big names of projects that they have taken to huge returns. Bondly, Pools, Geek, DeFi Pi, some amazing projects, and they have many more coming down the road that are very exciting. So this gives you a chance to buy in early through a pre-sale, as well as it really helps the teams, number one, vet the teams so they're not bringing out bad projects because it would tarnish their reputation. So they spend time vetting the project, and then they allow their members, people that have joined the DuckDAO's different pools, to be able to get in, get some pre-sale pricing. So it helps raise capital for the projects, helps them with marketing so that they come out with a lot of steam, and so that when they initially list on a DEX, their tokens can do very well. So it helped them be able to raise more funds. It helped investors, us, to be able to say, okay, DuckDAO has vetted them pretty well. Let me still do my own research, see what I think. Okay, I like that. And so it's been a good marriage. However, still there have been some scammers trying to insert themselves somewhere in that process. And where they insert themselves is, say you're excited about Bondly and it's coming out and you're like, oh, I want to buy Bondly. Scammers can create a token on Uniswap that looks like it's going to be the Bondly token, and so then people throw their money at a scam token, though they're very excited about a project like Bondly. Makes sense? So a lot of that was happening, and what's cool about ORN, or Orion, they noticed, wow, these these incubators are doing really good. Instead of competing with them, why don't we help them do even better while eliminating some of the problems that are happening there? What if that token, instead of, after going through an incubator and having all this hype about it and people recognizing more about the team's accomplishments and who the team is so that they're excited about it, what if we launch that token on Orion Protocol versus, say, Uniswap, and then we can use our liquidity solutions to help have good liquidity for that, so we can take it off Uniswap and launch it on our project. Now, it's not entirely selfless what they're doing, and I'm okay with it, because that gets rid of the scammers creating a fake pairing or a fake token on Uniswap. It also brings a lot of users to the Orion Protocol network. A lot of users. So my hope is that they're talking not only to DuckDAO, but that they're talking to other incubators, because this helps those incubators have a better place. They can hopefully create some efficiencies there, because right now these incubators are working on the Ethereum chain, and so Ethereum fees are high. Say you're involved in a pre-sale that's being incubated by one of these, and they only allow you an allocation of $400. And then you have to send on the Ethereum chain $400 to the token address, and then you pay $40 in Ethereum fees. So you paid like a 10% tax to the Ethereum chain. Well, what if Orion could reduce those fees too by helping these get off the Ethereum chain? Love that idea a lot. All right, so if you want to read the actual announcement yourself, I will link it below in the description. It's pretty exciting. Now, DuckDAO, of the different incubators, is my favorite. There are many competing for this space, and we'll see if some others come and do better than Duck. But Duck has been killing it with some of the best projects being incubated through them. Absolutely fantastic job. So they do a good job breaking it down and explaining it through here. And so I'll put the link in here that you can come here. If you want to learn more about DuckDAO, they have two tokens, the DDIM and also their Duck tokens. Now, these allow you to get in pre-sales and basically initial DEX offering prices. The Duck tokens do. I guess I'll go into a little bit. If you're interested in getting in pre-sales these days, before they change this, the way it works is you can get into the pre-sales by holding 10 DDIM. Now, right now, that's a little over $1,000. And you want to go to get on DuckDAO's Telegram group. So go to their page. The best way to go to their page is to find them on CoinGecko and then click on their website so that you don't ever get to a scam page. That's how I always go to the project websites. Then you want to get their Telegram information, join their Telegram group. And in their Telegram group, there's instructions that you can follow on how to get involved in the pre-sales. It's a little bit complicated to get figured out. Once you get and you do one successful pre-sale through the process, you'll get it, and the process actually runs pretty smooth. They created a secondary way for people to get involved in. It's not quite pre-sale pricing. It's right before tokens. They've already gone through a pre-sale and they're about to be launched on, say, Uniswap. They're going to offer those prices of what it would be listed at Uniswap to people that are holding the Duck tokens, and there are different tiers. If you come to Duck Starter, I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what that is. I don't want to go to that right now because I've got my Ethereum address in there, and I do keep that private, my main Ethereum address. So you can go to Duck Starter there, and they'll give you an idea of the different tiers and how many Duck tokens you have to stake on their site in order to be involved there. Do keep in mind that if you do withdraw those staked Duck tokens early, before 90 days, there are some penalties for withdrawing them within that 90 days. So something to read carefully, but it is one of the ways to get involved in some of the best token offerings pre-sale and right at that initial price, because as you've seen, many projects, when they launch on Uniswap and they have a lot of good marketing and people are excited about them, they absolutely take off. And so Duck Starter allows you to get in at that pricing. And they're about to have their first 2 Duck Starter projects coming out soon. So I'm excited to see how this partnership with ORN unfolds. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow them on Twitter just to see what they're up to and what's going on, and get the news as it comes out. This team is working very hard. They do have a big vision of what they're trying to accomplish, and I hope it all comes together, because I love the idea of one central login, and I can access all the DEXs, all the centralized exchanges, etc. through that one login. Love it. All right, so if you haven't already too, follow me on Twitter. It's at CryptoRain with 2 N's, not just one. When I started using Twitter, which was really just like a year and a half, 2 years ago, somebody had already taken CryptoRain with 1 N. What are you going to do, right? So, hope that's helpful, guys. Many of you who have subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it so much. Subscribers help me get to my end goal, which is I created this channel because I'm an investor myself, and I was having difficulty reaching the projects as I reached out to them, because just as an investor, they weren't getting back to me. But I did realize they were getting back to people who had a YouTube channel and had a lot of followers, and they would get back to them pretty quickly. In fact, even better, they would come on for an Ask Me Anything interview and be able to talk to that YouTube personality's subscribers. So I thought, really, if I want that kind of access to the team to help make myself better investments, then I have to find a way to create videos that are interesting and informative to you, so that it will make sense that you subscribe to the channel to help me towards that end goal. So I appreciate everyone who has joined me on this journey. Really, really helps. We're getting there little by little. In fact, in the last 6 weeks, we've added over 3,400 subscribers. From where I was at, I had this channel is really only 2 months old. So I think each of you who have done that, also all your exchanges down below, I really appreciate it. I try to get back to all of you. So thank you for your suggestions. And also, if you do have a project that you're really, really interested in that you think is going to be amazing, I will at least put my eyes on it if you give me the ticker symbol. And you have to tell me what you like about it. If you don't tell me what you like about it, I'm not going to spend the time to look it up. And I want to hear what you like about it. There's no right or wrong answer there. And then third, tell me what the market cap is currently at, and I'll at least look at it. If I do love it myself, I'll probably do a review on it at some point. So thank you, all of you who have joined me on this journey. Check out ORN. Oh, well, while we're talking about ORN, why don't we check it out? This is what the price action has been doing. So I did cover it before, and they had this really nice retracement. I covered it, let's see, right here, I think. Where are we at? Right about here, after it was retracing a little bit after a big run. So you could call this a cup and handle. It's really a lopsided cup and handle. It's more like a W pattern, which often then looks like a cup and handle. And what you often see on the W pattern, at some point it does this little psh, where it kind of scares some people out, and then it takes off, and it has absolutely done that. Phenomenal to watch. Overall market cap, probably something you're interested in looking at. 168 million total supply of the coins is 100 million. And I do note that only 20 million of their 100 million supply is currently in circulation. My previous video, we did talk about how those tokens get released into circulation. And so if you want to check that out, you'll get more information. I do have a message into Timothea, who is this Chief Marketing Officer at ORN. I haven't heard back from her. I appreciate all the subscribers because I bet she'll get back to me. And then I know she's been really busy getting these deals done, and hopefully she has not only a deal with DuckDAO, but I would love it if she had some deals with some of the other incubators. That would be phenomenal because it creates a big win for them without direct competition. Creates a big win for all of us, so it makes it simpler for us to get involved in these kind of projects. Makes sense? And Duck, I'm not surprised they went to them. Duck has such a great track record. They really have hit it out of the park over the past 6 months. Some of the best track record of all the incubators out there. So everyone who's a Duck supporter, you know you've done well, and many of their projects have 50, 100, and 200 X'd, which is absolutely amazing. All right, guys, hope this video is informative and helpful. We will see you soon. Bye.